Does it help? You have a lot of professional athletes to go there, I would imagine.
Tons, yeah. There's not a UFC fighter with a championship belt that we haven't treated, and all throughout the organization, including the administration in the organization, and same thing with NFL. I mean, if NFL, all high impact athletes, those guys found us first.
Yeah,
and then from there they talk about it in the locker room, and then all other sports started coming.
NBA,
to us. All
baseball.
Well, we don't have as many NBA. We have, but that's not as many.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Them football players, they be getting tapped.
Maybe the NBA's too woke or something.
something about it. Honestly, there's
Niggas
not as many
woke.
of them.
Them niggas are woke.
I was thinking it had something to do with the organization and the way their
Probably.
doctors
Them
were.
Negroes
But
are
maybe,
woke.
maybe it's that. You know what?
Yeah.
So the treatments y'all provide with stem cells, what do y'all get the most? I know you said back, knees. What else is it helpful for?
So one of the things that, we definitely see all orthopedic issues. So any joints, that's hands down the best, the back and the knees and all that. But autoimmune disease. Autoimmune disease is...
Sickle cell?
Yeah, there are...
Autoimmune. He said autoimmune, not
Yeah, but that is
sickle
a-
cell.
that is a part, yeah.
Oh, that is?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm stupid over here. I don't
Oh.
know. Of all people, you should know what sickle cell is. You're
I don't
black.
have-
you don't know what sickle cell is?
Yeah. I don't have that.
It plagues black people.
Yeah. Well, I'm not that black. Maybe that's why I ain't got it.
Shut up.
Autoimmune disorders? You said?
Yeah, one of the companies out there that I know of focuses on sickle cell, so I know it has great results. We don't treat that necessarily. That's not like it hasn't been one of our focus. But many autoimmune disease, and so things like rheumatoid arthritis to diabetes to
I think that's what I got in my damn fingers, man. This shit like ET fingers now.
Yeah.
What kind of
I got it
arthritis
in my
is-
fingers, see?
yeah, both of you guys.
Yeah.
He looked at you like you're a freak.
Man,
Yes, you know what I got it from?
Lifting weights.
Lifting weights. I used to pick up dumbbells like this. And I used to squat with them, and it just messed my fingers up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean systemic inflammation. So I mean there might be something. There's a lot of NFL guys that come in with drop foot and all sorts of hands and feet
Drop
issues.
foot.
drop foot is serious.
Yeah. Stem cells help tremendously with that.
Wow.
We've gotten a couple guys back in the league because of that.
Yeah, like once you get drop foot, that's like career ending, and that actually improves it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we had guys that were out because of that, and they were trying every last thing, and they came to us.
A name comes to mind. He was a linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. He was in some bowl game, and he had drop
knee.
foot.
No, yeah, it was from a knee injury though.
It was from a knee injury. I forget his
He
name.
got traded.
Yeah.
He got traded.
Yeah.
Damn, what's his name?
You know, I started to notice a lot of these athletes, like when I grew up, I used to see whenever you saw somebody tore their ACL or had an injury to their Achilles, it was career ending. Now I see all these athletes, they coming back in like 10 months.
Teron Armstead, he at the time, he was with Miami Dolphins still. He had a terrible Achilles issue,
Right.
and he came back to us, and he was back in the next season.
Right.
And then he also came to us with another minor injury while he was on IR just last year. And so instead of taking 6 weeks, we got him back in 4. They said he was probably not going to make it the 6 weeks. And he was
Right.
going to be out.
But his career should have been over.
Yeah, a lot of times before that was a career ender.
So, like, I know a professional athlete like Bo Jackson. I'm not sure what his injury was, but I think he broke his hip.
Shattered his damn. I can't remember, but he blew his hip up or something.
I just remember that cool baseball card where the black and white one.
Yeah.
You think,
We had the football pads and then the baseball bat. Yeah.
right. You think stem cells could have saved his career?
I don't remember what he.
Yeah, I forget
He
what it
played
was.
football and baseball.
Yeah.
He got tacoed, and somehow he like ripped his whole damn hip out. Or
Yeah,
something.
he needed hip replacement.
Yeah, after that. Yeah.
We alleviate surgeries for a lot of athletes. We completely alleviate it, or in a lot of cases, and what they're hoping for is that we at least prolong it enough to get into the next season, which might be their last, or the next season might be their their re-up on their negotiation for their next deal.
Right.
And so we do that a lot, but with shatters, and surgery is still a miracle, and it still has to be
Right.
done in a lot of cases.
Right.
But what we'll do is we'll work with the surgeon, and we'll complement it with stem cells. So now they heal faster, and they do get back to the season, or they're back to their optimal health right away.
Right. Oh, that's great. How about if you have something like stomach issues, headaches?
Not headache specifically, but whatever the symptom is of that. Like, so if you're having stomach issues, Crohn's and colitis are something that stem cells help very well with because it's an inflammatory bowel disorder. So the stem cells, they systemically look for inflammation. So the minute we inject them, they have this quality called homing, where they will just go and find the inflammation. But that's your whole body. That's why you have inflammation, is your body is signaling your own regenerative process to come and fix it.
See, I ain't got no stem cells left, for my fingers still.
So what's some stem cells? So what's some common ailments that everyday people go through, but stem cells could change their life?
A lot of chronic pain. So, it depends on where it stems from, whether or not we can help. But a lot of people are walking around with chronic pain because they were athletes, or they lift barbells the wrong way.
Yeah.
And,
I lift them the wrong way.
But you don't always have to be a professional athlete. I mean, there's just, people are walking around, for one, eating the food that we eat every day. And so they're starting to suffer from not only degeneration, but also, chronic inflammation and autoimmune disease potentially. But then there's also, just guys that want to be out on the golf course, or they just have nagging injuries. So those are things that we help every day.
I feel horrible when I wake up. My damn feet feel like they're going to break.
What?
I mean, man, my feet, man.
My back bothers me.
I guess my
You guys are our
hands,
patients.
my knees,
Yeah.
I know. We're supposed to be going down there. My feet, it's just like, sometimes I just want to say, fuck it. It's just like, man. Because we're going to be 50 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 50, I'm adding years. I'm 48 this year, this month.
Wow.
But my whole staff threw me a party last year, and the whole theme was like, happy 50th birthday. I'm like,
Oh, dude.
come on, guys.
I still got 2
A couple years, yeah.
Hey, so I'm let me ask you this. All right, so the embryos, that's banned. What could you do with embryonic stem cells?
Embryonic stem cells.
Are they that much better, or?
No, I don't know that they're better. There has been some scientific research in the embryonic stem cell, and the thought process is that it could be more potent in the ability to change into something specific.
Right.
So like if we want to regrow your heart and say you need a heart transplant, but you know what, instead of transplanting, let's take some stem cells and let's just manipulate it to regrow it with embryonic stem cells. And then so we're growing a brand new heart for you guys. That's the theory. And we may get to that. I don't know. We meaning the industry, not us. We don't mess around with embryonic at all.
Right.
But the thought process for the industry is like, okay, they have more potential to differentiate into anything. The problem with that is that they have the more potential to differentiate in anything. So once you put them in your body, what are they going to change into? Are they going to, instead of growing a heart or fixing your heart, are they going to fix, are they going to grow a heart out the side of your back? Or are they going to...
Might grow extra dick or something.
We could cure that problem. We'd be $1 billion company right
Yeah,
now.
right.
Yeah,
Guy with 2 cocks.
No,
but they banned that research. So
Yeah, but really what was happening is in vivo and in vitro, they were showing in like Petri dishes that they potentially would like turn into tumors and cancerous type cells.
Oh.
So now it's like proliferating cancer instead of the good. So it's completely opposite of what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. You know what might happen?
don't even say it.
No, you remember that movie with Will Smith, I Am Legend? They thought they had the cure for cancer.
Cancer, yeah.
Turned everybody into zombies.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the premise of that. I just remember him walking around by himself all day.
Yeah, it was mainly the movie. Michael J. Fox. I remember back in the day, he was begging for this research to take place in the United States. Like, I forget what his condition was.
Parkinson's.
Do you think that's a possible cure for Parkinson?
I would never use the term cure. You know, the industry is too young right now, and we still are considered to be experimental, even though it is, much better with less side effects than many pharmaceuticals and surgery and all that stuff.
Right.
But it's still somewhat experimental. But so the truth is there are many companies that treat Parkinson's with stem cell therapy. The problem is that Parkinson's is very progressive and it goes quickly. and the symptoms are not always the same for each individual. So the biggest problem is that you would need to really redose somebody with stem cells on a very regular basis. And this is the most expensive medical technology on the planet right now.
You need money for that.
So, I mean, unless it's a billionaire that's just like, hey, look, I want to get stem cell every 6 months or every 4 months, and I can afford $20,000 every 4 months, then it's not really worth a try, because one dose is not going to be enough.
Right.
One dose every year is probably not going to be enough. And then, they're probably still going to.
How many doses is too much when it comes to stem cells?
There is a diminishing return. So there are some clinics that I see out there, and sometimes we even lose business to people that are like, oh yeah, but this clinic's promising me like 5 zillion stem cells and for the same price. And we're like, yeah, go ahead. That's not even safe. But sometimes we see in some indications that we treat that more is not better. More actually causes a different immune response that you don't want, and it's counterproductive. So we do everything 100% scientifically evidence-based.
Oh, okay.
So our protocols, even though somebody has the money to come in and maybe the knowledge where they say, oh, I want a zillion stem cells and my shoulder hurts, so I want 10 billion stem cells and I can afford it and I'll pay you for it. We're still saying, no, that's not feasible. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
Right.
But so too many, there is a danger zone. Typically it's above 200 million per kilo per person body weight. That's kind of like a generality without knowing your medical condition. But we would also look very personalized on your whatever we're trying to treat with your medical condition. So if you're like a perfectly healthy, we have these big WWE fight wrestlers come in, or football players, linemen that come in. They're huge, and they could probably take 500 million stem cells because of their body weight. But if they're suffering also from an autoimmune disease, then we're going to adjust the dose.
Look, everybody, inflation is out of control, and this problem is only going to get worse. The value of silver and gold has been steadily rising, while the value of the American dollar has been falling. PurpleBar.com is changing the game, making it easy for all of us to protect our financial futures. The bars are perforated so they can easily break apart and can be conveniently exchanged. Go to PurpleBar.com and use promo code Hodgetwins, and you get 5% off gold bars. And you get 10% off silver bars. Yeah.